Shiba Inu coin price action has been very positive over the last couple of days as meme coins, as altcoins, as Bitcoin are bouncing off of these fresh lows and actually moving very nicely to the upside. And one of the things you're going to notice, meme coins are outpacing all of them. Guys, I actually did not expect meme coins to be the leaders off of the bottom. It's very interesting. Typically, we see a cycle from when we're moving from risk off to risk on. We first test the water. People begin to buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin begins to restore confidence. They move into altcoins. And as altcoins move higher, people get greedy. And then as the greed sets in, the meme coins move. But meme coins are outpacing the entire market right now, bouncing off of these bottoms, already up 20, 30, sometimes in the case of like Fartcoin and some other ones, Pudgy Penguins is another one, Popcat, 60, 70, 80% gains over the last week. We're seeing a phenomenal transformation of the market, and I do not want you to get left behind. So we're going to talk about that in the video. We're going to be going over the fact that the ecosystem team is teasing you with something big. And I want to highlight this because you should absolutely not focus on what they're doing. You need to focus on Shiba Inu coin. So if it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay, and as you can see, we're going to be going over what the Shiba Inu coin ecosystem team is mysteriously teasing out there. But before we do, I want to show you something. The meme coin market right now, actually, let's go to the meme coin market cap. You can see that we are very green over the last 24 hours, and now coins are very green over the last 7 days as well. Fartcoin, for example, up 85%. You've got Pepe doing well. Bonk up 20% on the week. You've got Pudgy Penguins up nearly 20%. Popcat is up 60% on the week. And Shiba Inu coin is gaining nicely as well. 1,230 points per coin right now. Things are looking very good. And as meme coins are rising, you need to take a look at some of the tokens that are going to benefit from that rise. Solixi token, you guys got a link for it down in the description below, is one that should see extreme benefit as Solana tokens bounce. And you'll notice, Fartcoin, Popcat, Pudgy Penguins, all of those top gainers are Solana tokens. So as the Solana ecosystem becomes congested once again, there's going to be a direct need for Solixi. So if you guys are not afraid, right, and a lot of people are, but I actually think you guys might be a little bit more stable than everybody else. You're still here. You're still watching the videos. You're still committed to making it in the crypto space, and therefore I believe that you will. So if you're not afraid, make sure to check out some of these tokens. Make sure that you are accumulating, and make sure that you do not fall victim to that fear. We're already experiencing very nice bounces, guys. And if you would have been accumulating, even just Shiba Inu coin, for example, you're already up roughly 25-30% from the recent lows that we have hit. Very nice gains. Being able to continuously average down allows you to make a lot of money as these prices rebound. But I do want to say this, right? I just want to focus. It says, based on the latest post of Lucy, the marketing expert that's out there, the team continues to work on development even in unfavorable market times. The subdued market sentiment Lucy disclosed on X has not deterred them from their development commitment. But as a matter of fact, guys, we have not seen much in terms of development from Cal or Satoshi or partnerships or anything. And why is that? Their bone paychecks dried up. Their leash, I don't know what they have in leash, but their treat has already been allocated to them. Don't forget, they get roughly 50% of all of the treat. That's insane. So their treat has already been allocated to them, and, well, they have really no incentive to continue developing since they've already been paid for what they're doing. But what they want you to focus on is the exact opposite of what you should be focusing on. It says she implied that the fresh technology will be launched soon for the Shiba Inu coin ecosystem, indicating the team's intent to develop actual utility over hype in the market. Although no details were given, and they never are because they're doing nothing, Lucy suggested some of the future changes are so big that they'll likely take time to unfold. Now, if we go back and we look at the history of what the ecosystem team has developed, please do not forget that Shibarium has nothing to do with Shiba Inu coin. The gas token that you use is Bone. So Shibarium is not for SHIB. It simply takes advantage of the name. If you look at any of the NFT projects, they have nothing to do with Shiba Inu coin. There is no metaverse. There's no John Richmond. There's no Wellies. There's no Manny Pacquiao. There's nothing has come to fruition that these guys have tried to develop. So instead of holding on and latching on to these false hopes, these false promises of utility, and these false, partnerships, we should be focusing on Shiba Inu coin as a meme. It's as simple as that, guys. If we can't rally the community, if we can't stay excited as investors, if we can't allow this thing to just be the best meme coin out there, we're holding on to something that's not going to come to be. If you look at the most recent partnership, right, with the United Arab Emirates, what did that turn into? Absolutely nothing. Guys, they're just press releases. Okay? The United Arab Emirates, Manny Pacquiao, these guys are doing nothing for Shiba Inu coin except getting attention from the ecosystem team. Now, the community is called on to ignore the detractors and look at the progress. I actually call on you to look at, not the detractors, right? I don't think that, people taking away from Shiba Inu coin are beneficial, but look at the price. Understand that it is low, but understand why it's low. The entire market is so fearful right now that prices have been driven down. It is as simple as that. If you look at it, we are already beginning to recover. And beginning to recover, guys, we need to make sure that we are not afraid. We need to make sure that we are not falling victim to this fear. Because if you would have averaged down, if you would have bought the dip, if you would have been confident in Shiba Inu coin, you're already up 20+% from where we were just a couple of days ago. And I believe that if you look at the rest of the meme coin market cap, or the meme coins right now, and you see Pudgy's up 17, Dogwiffat's up 8, you've got SPX up a little bit, Floki's up, Fartcoin is up 90% on the week, Bonk up 20% on the week. Meme coins are leading the way in terms of this rebound. And I believe that they are going to ignite a major rally. Do not be scared. Do not be shaken. Be willing to accumulate. Now, one of the places that I am buying is Shiba Inu coin is ready to break out of this little level of resistance right here is the KSEX exchange. I do this a little bit more for my trading, not my holding. I'll tell you where I hold in a second. But these guys have futures fees literally at 0%. They allow you to trade on up to 100x leverage. It's no KYC. All you need is an email to sign up. It's extremely simple to use. All you do is click open long or open short, whatever you guys want to do, and then those tokens are yours. If you want to be in custody of your asset, if you want to hold on the blockchain, make sure to check out the link in the description below for Best Wallet. I cannot think of an easier wallet to use. This is up there in competition with Trust Wallet, MetaMask, Phantom Wallet, and so on. But it actually has additional features where if you guys are interested in ICOs, you can see your tokens in Best Wallet without reconnecting to the website and all of that. So Best Wallet truly is one of the best cryptocurrency wallets out there. But the most important part is you own the crypto. It is in your custody. It belongs to you, not in the custody of a centralized exchange. So let me know what you guys do with it all down in the comments below. And until the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.